Irish will kick us off here on Irish Wear Green Night in Purcell Pavilion, where Notre Dame is seeking a win against Pitt, which has proved elusive as they haven't won since 2020. But getting started right on cue is an Anna Bjork block. We talked about how pivotal the blocking core would be against a talented Pitt offense. You've got Babcock, you've got Bayless, you've got Mortis, and Bjork has proven early on that she will try to get up there. As another point goes to Notre Dame with the outside attack from Pitt missing wide. Helmers again. Pitt in system, they'll try to go to the outside. It's overpassed, and Notre Dame has himself a 3-0 scoring run.
That's the perfect ball for May Cordes, just to get up there and slam that back down into Pitt's face. And she did a great job handling that tight ball.
Right away, Pitt will call timeout as a 3-0 service run from Sydney Helmers will quickly send us to break here at Purcell Pavilion. Early energy on.
Pitt Panthers. Is the advanced in the game off the pitch. She will serve for the Panthers. Clear bases in the game now for Pitt. Anna Bjork serving for the Irish. Point Pitt. Hillary Meyer serving for the Panthers. Chi not in the game now for Notre Dame. Sample also in the game for the Irish. Robbie Sample serving. Point Panthers. Olivia Babcock serving up for Pitt. Morgan Guard is serving down for Notre Dame. The ball's on the line. Point Irish. It's best suits your group. Point Pitt. Haley Doctor in the game now from Notre Dame. Trump serving for Notre Dame. Point Pitt. How do you tell what in the game now, the Panthers? Will serve. Point Pitt. Point Pitt. Game for the Irish, she will serve. Point Pitt. Serving out for the Panthers. Point Irish. Morgan Garvey back to the game now for Notre Dame. Sydney Helmers back to
continue to hit.
Yeah, excuse me, that was Sydney Helmers, number 14, the junior transfer who spent her first 2 collegiate seasons at Texas with that last kill. Back set for Babcock, handled by Helmers. Now they'll go to Gardy. And look at the Irish roll in set number 1.
There is so much heat behind that ball from Gardy. It's really hard to just push that up when it's coming straight at your face.
Helmers. Too much heat on that one. It was Bayless that judged it well for Pitt. Izzy Maston now in the game for Pitt, the freshman. 2-time first team All-State in Indiana, USA Volleyball Beach national champion. She'll serve it with her team down 4. Helmers, Evans, back set for Cordes. Drop down, dug out by Babcock. Free ball now over. And look at Cordes go.
Wow, amazing back-to-back-to-back blocks, but also for Pitt having that great just digging off the block as well, being small and ready for that as well.
Babcock bailed out this point at one point, but it's almost like Cordes put the whole team on her back for this last score for Notre Dame. They'll go to Pizzell and the kill for Pitt.
Mallory Meyer serving up.
Mallory Meyer, the sophomore from Rocca, Nebraska, serving now for the Panthers. Gardy can't get the deflection, and the point will go to Pitt.
Garrity was right there on top of the ball, just had a little too much heat on it. Her hand was probably a little bit flatter than she expected, but it was still a very aggressive swing.
6 kills for Notre Dame, 5 for Pitt. Pizzell, and it gets jammed up with a pair of Irish. And the freshman gets her kill, the freshman from Monaco. Played volleyball in high school in the neighboring country of France. Cordes, shut down by the Panthers. They'll try again with Gardy. Pair of deflections, passed up by Pizzell. To Pizzell again. Nice block by a pair of Irish. Grace Langer among them.
Shutting down that outside is really going to be key if the Irish want to keep up with their momentum. You know, you see Pizzell going up, and she's big and tall, but the Irish are just taller, and they're able to spread their hands along the net.
Hummy sample, Irish up 3. The ace, as Emery Dupes missed past it, went into the seats.
Yes, it's an aggressive float serve, and it just likes to move before it drops, and that's what happened.
First service ace on the board for Notre Dame. Babcock over to Evans. Gardy, dug out by Dupes. There's Babcock again. Helmers sends one arm, keeps it away. Oh, keeps it up. Then it's sent too far on the attack air.
Those off the net balls are extremely difficult for outside hitters to adjust to and hit. Gardy does a great job of trying, but you can't guarantee success every time.
Olivia Babcock has the serve. She does not have a kill for the Panthers yet. That is a critical stat we'll keep an eye on, as Notre Dame tacks on another point. Babcock came into the game with 285 kills, and Pitt will need to get her going. Gardy now the serve. Sent way too far. And Pitt cuts the Notre Dame lead to 3. Dockery steps on, Gardy steps off, and Pizzell picks up the ball to serve. Dockery to sample, to Helmers. It was Bree Kelly up there for what looked like a good block, but it fell just wide.
Yeah, when the block is really big like that, sometimes the smart decision is just to throw the ball off of it and try to get some fingers and get a point for your team on the other end.
Lucy Trump is a talented server for Notre Dame. She has the ball right now, but before we get to her, this play is under review. The point went to Notre Dame. They lead 17-13. And she adds plenty from behind the service stripe as well. So here's the senior. Babcock back row. Somehow kept alive. It was thanks to Mosier. They'll try from the middle. Nice dig out by Dupes. Scrambling is the Pitt Panthers, and the point goes to Notre Dame.
It's the aggressive placement of the ball for the Irish that's really helping them out. They're able to target little weak spots in the Pitt defense and really just continue to hit those spots.
Another look at this is bobbled around on the Pitt side for a little while. Babcock, back row attack, handled by Sample. And Helmers went high, can't get a deflection.
Point Pitt.
Sometimes, trying to get a deflection off the hands means the ball's going to go out. So, again, similar to a top serve, high risk, high reward kind of ball.
Najee, Sample, and Langer make up the front row right now for Notre Dame as Tautua'a serves it to Dockery. Sample backs at Najee. Reeled in by Pizzell. Cross court to Evans. Helmers left side. Nice dig by Babcock. There's Mauscher and the kill for Pitt.
Really just pushing that ball through the block. The block needs to make sure that they're keeping their hands over and above the net and that they're pushing hard. And it just kind of looks like they went a little bit straighter up than normal. So she was able to push that ball through.
Tautua'a to Helmers, overpassed, hammered down by Bayless.
That's a really smart ball, just to step off the net, take a little step close, and get up there, You can deflect it with both hands, but doing the one singular hit was really smart.
Strong serve from Tautua'a. She's got 9 aces on the season entering tonight. Najee cross court, gets the kill.
That's a great spot, continuing to target that right back. That's where the defense is a little bit weak right now. So the Irish are really going to use that to their advantage.
The first kill for the freshman from Dallas, Texas. 7-time USA Volleyball National Development Program. She has a big arm from the right side. She steps off. The serve now with Maya Baker, another freshman, quickly emerged as the main setter early on in her time in South Bend. Bayless jammed up by the antenna. Point Pitt.
Those tight balls are really hard, and at this level, trying to stay out of the antenna is also a really hard task, especially when your setter's setting you that fast, tight ball.
Brooke Mauscher, redshirt senior from Waterloo, Wisconsin, 26 service aces entering tonight. She has it now with Pitt trailing 2. Strong serve to Helmers. Baker goes back to Helmers, shut down by Jones. Free ball, Helmers. Babcock. Helmers tries again from the left, pair of deflections. Pitt is in business with Bayless, but she's shut down by Anna Bjork.
Again, Anna Bjork's doing a great job of dropping her hands inside and really working with whoever's on the right side to make sure that they have their right hand dropped and just creating that big wall against Pitt.
Five blocks on the night for Notre Dame so far. Helmers to serve, dug out by Dupes. Bayless catches some fingers, rolls it over, gets the point, pulls Pitt back within 2. Izzy Maston, the freshman, serving now. Pitt seeking their first service ace. They came into the year with, or the game rather, with 90. And there it is, ace number 1 for Pitt. Evans tried to dig it out, she couldn't.
That's that textbook float serve where it just moves and moves and moves, and then it finally decides just to drop. And that's coming from hitting the ball very flat with your hand. And that was a great skill that she executed there.
The blocking has been key. So many offensive threats to shut down for this Notre Dame team. And we've seen them from Langer, Cordes, Najee, Bjork. They have all played their part in just slowing down this Pitt offense.
Yeah, so right now in the ACC, Notre Dame is actually ranked 6th in average blocks per set, averaging around 2.52 per set. On top of that, they're also 45th in the NCAA, just showing how strong they are compared to teams that may be a little bit taller than them.
Anna Bjork and Grace Langer, those two sophomore middle blockers listed at 6'3", have a lot to do. The threats are plentiful for Pitt. Babcock, Bailiff, Moritz, all coming in with big numbers. Really, three blockers all well above 100, or three attackers all above 100. Babcock above 200 in the kills category. So you can't just shut down Babcock. You have to do more than that, and you have to block. And Notre Dame has done exactly that to make for a competitive set number one.
Notre Dame's done a great job of also spreading out their blocks and really making sure that all the hitters are covered from the Pitt side.
Second-ranked opponent this season for Notre Dame. They fell to number 4 Stanford October 3rd in Palo Alto, California. This one is tight in set number one, though. Maston has it overpassed, and Babcock makes easy work of it.
See, that's one of those times where you can't take your best swing on the ball just because you have a big risk of it going out. So just tipping it over was really smart on Babcock.
The set tied at 20. Evans. Baker to Gardy. Kept alive by Pitt. Here's Babcock, pair of deflections. Cordes sets it up. They'll try Gardy, floats it over the first row. Babcock, cross court. Nicely dug out by Baker. Here's Gardy again from the left. Pair of blocks kept alive by Helmers. Free ball to Pitt. Quite the point we have on hand here. Dupes will back set to Babcock. Evans, Helmers, Gardy, Pizzell. Gets the deflection and the kill for Pitt. What a point there.
Great kill for Pitt, and even on that tight ball, you know, really doing a great job of staying out of the net themselves and just being able to put that ball away after a really long and tiring point.
Pitt out to their first lead tonight, 21-20. Maston serves again. Back set Cordes, over to Dupes. Pizzell finds the middle.
That's a great spot, the little donut, and you can even hear the Pitt libero calling out to her hitters, telling them where to swing and saying that donut was an open spot on the Irish floor.
We've seen team coming off the program's first Final Four appearances, all coming in the last 4 seasons. Maston now trying to pull even further ahead in set number one. They'll try Gardy. Gets the deflection and gets a much-needed Irish point.
That's one thing about the Irish offense. They always go to Gardy when they need a quick side out, and it just proves how consistent she is with the team.
They've had Babcock, Bayless, and Jones, among others, up there on the Pitt right side, the Irish left, trying to combat that Irish attack from the sophomore Gardy. Pizzell, strong attack. Helmers can't do much with it.
That's a very aggressive swing from Pizzell. You know, she's really targeting that seam between middle and right back, and I think that's a really great spot to try to aim every single time as an outside hitter.
Mallory Meyer now. The libero sends it far, point Irish. Neck and neck we are as we get late in set number one. Sample steps in. She'll serve it for Notre Dame. Each team with a pair of service aces. It's Notre Dame with 4 service errors. And here's Sample. Dupes. Pizzell. Shut down by a pair of Irish. It was Langer and Najee.
That's a monster block right there. You can literally see both of her hands going over and pressing over the net. Just a textbook block from the Irish.
The blockers have come out with energy. 7 for the Irish. Babcock as good as they get going cross court.
That cross court spot's really easy to hit as a right side, and middle back should pull into the corner and defend that ball, but Helmers wasn't there, and Babcock was able to walk away with that kill.
Set point for Pitt with Olivia Babcock to serve. Service error has tied us at 24.
Service errors are really crucial in deciding very close games. You want to stay away from those when the score is this tight.
Knotted up at 24. Gardy. Strong serve. Emery Dupes handles it. Sample, missed set. Irish recover, just send a free ball over. Back row from Babcock. Puts Pitt at 25.
Even though the Irish missed that dig, that's great defense on their parts. They're both crossing to get that seam ball, and sometimes you just don't walk away with that dig, and that's okay.
Pizzell with the pressure on the Irish. Najee smacks it down. Point Irish.
Again, that's a great throw of the ball. The set might not be there. The block might be a little too big. So just throwing it to the side a little bit and hitting right in front of libero is a great spot.
What a thrill in front of us in set number 1. Lucy Trump. Back set for Babcock. A pair of deflections and the pass up. Helmers. Strong attack. The junior puts the Irish up 1. Notre Dame was in command of set number 1. They lost the lead. They've battled back, and now they stand at set point. Over to Bayless. Bayless right side, sends it far, and Notre Dame has taken set number 1 against number 6. So with her team down 1-0, it's Brooke Mosier sending it far. Point number 1 on the service violation goes to Notre Dame. York to serve. 3 blocks and a kill for the sophomore. Service error. Trades the ball back over to Pitt.
Again, at this level, service errors are really what are going to cause the tight games, and it's what really is going to help one team have a leg over the other in the long run.
Maston. Babcock and Jones, or Kelly, I beg your pardon, playing a part in shutting that one down. Maston again came in tonight with 11 service aces. Adds on an error and some poor service. Starts it off for both teams. Najee steps on. Cordes and Sample step on for Notre Dame. Or I beg your pardon, Cordes steps off, Sample steps on, she's got the serve. Low serve, back set, all Pitt will do is send the free ball over. Sample, back set, Najee. Sends it too wide, can't get a deflection.
It was going to be a very aggressive swing, you can tell, but just tipped her fingers instead of getting the palm of her hand, which is what she had hoped for.
The libero, Mallory Mayer. Sophomore from Rockland, Nebraska. Helmers. Sample to Gardy, left side, handled by Pizzell. Now they'll go to Pizzell. And Pitt couldn't figure out what to do with it there, as we're tied in set 2.
You know, it is really hard to cover off the block like that, but rule of thumb, go for everything, go for anything.
Gardy topspin serve, finds the corner.
Yeah, topspins are very aggressive serves. You know, they're high speed, high intensity, and that's really the kind of pressure that the Irish want to be putting on the Panthers.
We'll see where Gardy goes now. At the libero, Meyer. Babcock sends it into a block. Babcock free ball. Back set for Helmers. And she finds the middle. Per set. Career high came recently. Nice attack from Pizzell. Pizzell came in tonight with 27 kills. She's got 7 already versus Notre Dame. Babcock with 3 kills has the serve. Dug out by a pair of Irish, a bit of a miscue. Notre Dame recovers. And the point goes to Notre Dame in an odd fashion.
You know, when it's 2 blockers going up the net at one another, that's typically considered a joust. And you really just want to try to push the ball as hard as you can into your opponent's block. And that's exactly what Langer did for the Irish.
Notre Dame had about 4 players on the ground over the course of that point. It almost ended with Najee on the ground and sort of a free ball and free opportunity passed up by Pitt, giving Lucy Trump the serve, and Notre Dame the 2-point lead. Quickly, the service error now cuts that lead to 1.
Yeah, Lucy Trump leads the team with aces and with 21, but she also has a lot of errors. But again, a high risk, high reward serve with that float.
Dockery, Sample. Mosier to the back row for Babcock, sent right at Dockery. And Babcock will get the kill, as an effective pass couldn't be found, giving Babcock kill number 4 in the sweep over Florida State on Sunday afternoon in Tallahassee. Babcock led with 18 kills. Helmers. Mauser. Bayless. To the middle, saved by Babcock. Mosier. Back to Bayless, a pair of deflections, and the Pitt kill. (7-6), the Panther lead. Marina Pizzell with the ace for Pitt. Dockery was on the ground, sent it astray, as a 4-0 scoring run is strung together by the Panthers. Sample, Najee, set down for Notre Dame.
You know, in a tight game like this, just really putting any aggressive ball over and in the court is what needs to be seen on both sides, and it's exactly what Najee did here.
Maya Baker really anchors this Irish team on the assists. She's strong on the serve as well. She has it now. Babcock back row, sends it wide.
The vertical on Babcock from the back row, though, she's getting up there. So just really making sure she's on top of the ball, finding those corners.
Baker to Bayless. Pizzell, long setup for Bayless. Rolls a deflection and a strong kill for the junior outside hitter.
It's really just pushing that block over the net that the Irish needed to close out that block.
Bayless is another player this Pitt team will need contributions from. She just got kill number 6. Baker back set for Cordes. Babcock from the back row. There's a kill for the Star.
Yeah, that quick back row set, running more of a bick instead of a pipe set, really lets Babcock get up there before the Irish defense is ready to defend her swing.
Hit up by a pair. Tautua'a, the serve. Kept alive by Dockery, back set for Bjork. Somehow sent over by the Panthers. as an attack error by Bjork sends it into the nets and gives the point to Pitt. They lead 3. Irish will take a timeout as they'll try to remain within striking distance here in set number 2. Marina Pizzell came in tonight with not the somewhat quiet season, 14 matches played, 27 kills. But she has led the way with this Pitt offense so far. Here's a look at some of these kills. As the freshman from Monaco, strong volleyball history on the European side.
Big volleyball IQ as well. She's able to get up there, see where the defense is on the other side, and just place the ball where the other defense isn't. And that's something you learn developmental years of your volleyball training.
7 kills for the freshman. Getting a lot of opportunities. 16 total attempts, hitting for 125. Strong on defense as well with 6 digs. You'll get some digs from Babcock as well. She'll play that full rotation and contribute on defense as well. But instead of Babcock on offense, we've really seen more from Pizzell. Blair Bayless is another key piece as well. 148 kills across 57 sets for Bayless, the junior from Plano, Texas. High of 16 versus Georgia Tech. As Notre Dame comes out of the huddle. Hit the 3-0 scoring run. Tautua'a to Helmers. Back set for Anna Bjork. Irish pull within 2.
Big swing down the line, just finding the right back who wasn't quite there for the dig.
Helmers picks up the serve. 11-9, the Panther lead. Bayless the attack, overpassed by the Irish. And this time they'll go to Babcock on the back row. Sails wide, point number 10 for the Irish. Sydney Helmers now for Notre Dame. 4 kills on the night for the junior transfer. Bayless passed all the way over by Helmers, and an easy tap down for the Panthers.
The Panthers are able to stay aggressive all throughout each point in each rally, which is really showing up in the second set.
Mauser came in tonight with 26 service aces, the redshirt senior from Waterloo, Wisconsin. Evans goes to the back row. Passed up by Meyer. To the middle go the Panthers. Back to Cordes goes Notre Dame. They get the point after an unsuccessful block by the Panthers.
You know, Kelly's up there and she's big, so Cordes just tooling that block was really, really smart of her.
Cordes, 2 kills on the night. Bayless is shut down by the Irish. Cordes this time on D.
You know, it seemed like Bayless was really just trying to push the ball into the block just so that way her team could get a fresh pass, but it looked to just go straight to the ground off the Irish hands.
Bjork. Right side, and before Babcock can get to it, it's Gardy getting high. Anticipating that setup to Babcock. And the sophomore doing it on defense as well. Back set to Babcock. And the Irish are all over the Pitt right side.
Again, trying to hit that same ball, seeing if Babcock can get over the big block. But, you know, the Irish are there and the Irish are ready for her. Beautiful set. But the block is just there and ready for Babcock.
Irish have found themselves in front. Set up for Cordes. Kept alive by Notre Dame, quickly shut down by Babcock.
Panthers stay aggressive at the net, not necessarily getting that first block, but being ready for it, being able just to shove that ball right back down at the Irish. That's what the Panthers need right now if they want to gain some momentum.
Izzy Maston. She's got a service ace and the serve now. Cordes. Another kill for the freshman. Notre Dame leads Pitt by 2 in set number 2. After taking set number 1, they got off to an early lead. Pitt whittled it down. They went to 27 points. And a strong attack from Bree Kelly, the redshirt senior from Rockwall, Texas.
Yeah, as a young setter, when you're learning, they make you watch videos, and that would be a video I would show any young setter and any, honestly, young middle, too. Just watching that setter-middle connection between the two has been wonderful.
The 6'4" middle blocker, her second kill. Really strong on defense, some offense there. Gardy can't tool the block. We're knotted up at 15. Mallory Meyer. Sample across to Gardy. The butt chin and the kill for the sophomore. Babcock and Emp tried to get some hands on it, tried to send it away, but all they did was deflect it. (16-15) Gardy, strong serve, almost overpassed, and some lack of coordination, all thanks to a Gardy topspin serve. Gives point number 17 to Notre Dame. Gardy again, this time too wide, sends it a little too far to the left. It's been Meyer targeted there. But instead, Babcock will pick up the ball to serve it again. No service aces yet for the junior tonight. Sample to Langer. The whistle and the Pitt point were tied at 17. Abby Emsch, the freshman middle blocker, has stepped on the court. She last played against Georgia Tech on October 5th. So welcome development to see her back out there for Pitt. Dug out by Dockery. Najee over to Babcock. Overpassed and the kill for Najee.
Really being able to swing around that block has been key for the Irish to pull ahead against Pitt in this set, even when they've been setting up a stronger block against Notre Dame.
Lucy Trump, the senior from Florence, Kentucky. The service error. What a set number 2. After a set number 1 that brought us to 27 points for Notre Dame. Hazel to Dockery, back set Najee, the kill!
Insane kill from Najee on that right side. Really just swinging around that Pitt block and being able to find the court on the other side so easily. She makes that look so easy, even though you know it's so hard to do at that intensity and that speed.
Maya Baker Serving now for Notre Dame. Back row Babcock. This time Bayless shut down by a relentless Irish defense. In this Friday night ACC matchup, it's Baker. Mauger to the back row, and she tools the block. Babcock, kill number 6.
Smart decision from Babcock. Instead of potentially risking an out of the court swing, she's just tooling that block and just really trying to secure that point for Pitt.
Haiti Tautua, the serve. Mishandled by Maya Evans, and an ace for the sophomore from Hawaii. Ace number 3 for the Panthers. They'll go to Helmers. The deflection and the Irish point. Briefly some question over whether there was a deflection, but indeed there was. Notre Dame with 21. Helmers. They'll go to Bayless. The deflection, she tools the block. Pitt ties this one up.
There are some deflections that are worth running after, but it was smart of the Irish just to let that one go. It was way over their heads.
So with that kill, will be Mauger. Too far. Irish the lead in the serve.
When the game is this close, it's 22-21. It's those service errors and or aces that are really going to help one team pull ahead and finish the set.
Notre Dame coming off of 3 wins. Last weekend, Virginia Tech and Virginia came to town. They took both of them. But Pitt with the kill, staying in set number 2.
Again, Pizzell has found that spot consistently, and I'm pretty sure it's been this rotation every single time. She hits right to right back where Bjork isn't necessarily there, and finding that kill every single time.
Bayless steps off, Maston steps on and takes the serve. Evans to Baker. Gardy, a pair of blocks. Gardy right into the Babcock block. Kelly was up there as well. With Izzy Maston, her team up 1 in set number 2. Evans. Baker. Gardy. Nice save by Pizzell. Back set for Babcock. Sent wide, and Notre Dame ties us up.
Even though that swing was wide on Babcock, that was an amazing set. Instead of squaring up to the outside antenna like you're normally taught, squaring up actually to the net just to get a set to Babcock. Very, very smart on the Panthers' part.
Harmony Sample. She's got a service ace. And the serve now. Over to Bayless. Back set for Babcock. Kept alive by Helmers. Difficult setup for Gardy, sent into the net.
Again, it's those out-of-system, off-the-net swings that are extremely hard for outsides to hit. So adjusting to that ball is just what the Irish need to continue to do and if they want to continue to be successful on those out-of-system balls that Pitt is giving them.
Gardy, strong attack, handled by Meyer. Babcock, back to Bayless, free ball for the Irish. In system goes Notre Dame. Najee finds the middle, ties the set. Here's a look at this one.
Beautiful set, and just being able to read where that defense is and just put the ball where they are not, where they're resting on their heels is a great spot.
Knotted up at 24. Babcock into a pair of blocks. She tools it. Some dispute here. We'll see if Notre Dame looks to challenge it. Extended conversation with Coach Rockwell. She puts up the C, and to the monitor, the officials go. The point was awarded, point number 25, to Pitt. So 25-24 it stands right now. The question is really actually whether this hit the back foot of Babcock on the block. So here's a look at it now. Babcock sends it to Helmers. Does that deflect off of Babcock? The ball lands out of bounds, but a convincing argument, or at least a compelling one, can be made that that back heel of Babcock came into contact. And Peyton, that would give the point to Notre Dame.
Yeah, from this angle, it looks like it hits literally just the back heel of Babcock's shoe. Like, especially right there, you know, you see the ball just right in line with her foot, so it's very convincing that the ball could have hit Babcock.
When Coach Rockwell gestured to the officials, she pointed at her foot, indicating, yeah, that is the area that Notre Dame's going to call into question. And Coach was right.
That was a very smart challenge, you know. It was very, very tight, but very, very smart decision for the Irish.
So instead of a 25-24 Pitt lead, instead it's Notre Dame with 25 and set point. Morgan Gardy has one ace and the serve at set point. Purcell Pavilion on their feet with their team up a set and on the brink of another. Serve just wide. 25-25 for the second set in a row.
Gardy is trying to find that outside line for the Pitt, for Pitt side of the net, and just was a little bit long of that.
Babcock with Purcell making some noise. Short serve, reeled in by Gardy. Najee now tools the block, gives the set to Notre Dame, and they're up 2-0. Notre Dame takes this one 26-25. I beg your pardon, we are playing on, excuse me. Lucy Trump serving now with set point. As I got carried away, it was 26. And there's the attack from Notre Dame, the point to Pitt.
Helmers was looking for that touch.
A touch is called, and Notre Dame leads the Pitt Panthers 2-0. Production from Najee. The ACC for the Panthers, so they will be relentless here in the third frame. We're underway. Babcock will get the first shot. But before you can blink, Anna Bjork adds on another clock.
She is doing a great job tonight of really dropping that left hand, making sure nothing goes past it, you know, staying big and strong like most blockers need to be.
Helmers. Too strong, serve to Pitt. Maston steps on. The freshman defensive specialist listed at 5'8". Too far again. Service errors have been plentiful. 6 for Pitt, 10 for Notre Dame.
Yeah, trying to be aggressive on the serve line while keeping those serves in have been a little difficult on both ends. So it's really going to be a battle of who can make the most serves and close out that set.
Add on one more service error. 2-2 in set 3.
See, 1 point here or there might not seem like a lot, but these sets have been very close, 27-25, both of them. So those missed serves here and there are really what's going to set the teams apart from one another.
Gardy, her first shot of set 3. Overpassed, hitting the antenna is Cordes.
Just a little bit of a tight set on that one, a little bit further out than Cordes is used to. And, it happens from your setters, especially on kind of out-of-system balls like that. So Irish just need to shake it off and get ready for the next one.
Meyer. Back set for Cordes. Blocked by some Panthers. From the middle goes Abby Emch.
It was a great seam swing right there, swinging to that back corner where it's supposed to be the middle back's job to get that ball, but it's extremely difficult to get there when the ball's coming at that speed.
Abby Emch came in with 19 kills for the middle. 4-2, Pitt leads. Babcock kept alive by Helmer. It's passed all the way over, though. Here she goes again, this time finding the middle after the deflection. Olivia Babcock.
Yeah, it kind of seems like the Panthers are giving the Irish a taste of their own medicine, finding that middle where there's nobody there to defend it.
Perimeters have been defended well, but we've seen both teams from all positions attack it. The middle, that is. Babcock to Baker. Evans to Gardy. Tools the block. Point number 3 for Notre Dame.
I really think it's a matter of the middle blocker for Pitt dropping that left hand. It was able to hit both the blockers, but it ended up staying on the Pitt side. So really, if they're able to shut down and kind of create a bracket against the Irish, then that would be how they would shut down those hitters.
Sample to Mayer. Shut down by Langer and Najee.
Great read from them, going up a little bit later since the ball was further off the net.
Pizzell. Back to Gardy. The deflection and a diving Brooke Mosier can't save the point for Pitt.
Yeah, Gardy really caught them on their heels there. Just was able to get the ball a little bit over the block, just tipping it over the top for an Irish point.
Harmony Sample, set number 3 tied. She'll serve it. And there goes Babcock. An expert cross-court attack.
Yeah, big swing from Babcock. It really feels like you watch her go up and then a second later the ball's hitting ground on the other side. Making it look easy, making it look like she knows what she's doing when she really is an expert in that field.
Point Pitt. Ryla Jones disrupting at the net.
Yeah, a little bit of an out-of-system ball there for Gardy, and she took a step back to try to get it over, but was just a smidge short.
Gardy will send it to Najee. Free ball kept alive by Pizzell. Strong attack from the Panthers. A pair of deflections. Pitt leads 3. Notre Dame will take a timeout to talk this one over. Lead her in 3, and they've gotten just that. As a pancake from Pizzell keeps Pitt alive, and some amazing defense in this point keeps us rolling. Free ball to Pitt. Let's see if an offense can set something up. Dug out by Evans, and Jones and the Panthers set down an overpass.
Yeah, again, she went straight up for that, not really taking a step back and not honestly hesitating, which is really what helped the Panthers secure that point.
into the net. Goes the Babcock serve. She came in with 43 service errors to 19 service aces. Gardy can't find the line as teams trade service errors.
You know, Gardy does have that aggressive serve, but before tonight, she had 29 service errors on the year, only having about 12 aces. So, again, high risk, high reward.
Pizzell the serve. Helmers kept alive by Pizzell. They'll go left side with Bayless. Almost a stunning dig by Dockery, but that second pass can't be found. The point goes to Pitt.
See, and that's a perfect example of the middle shading over and able to get hands on that ball.
Pizzell. Back set for Langer, the Irish kill. 11-7.
Yeah, straight over that block is completely open for the Panthers. So the Irish have really been using that to their advantage and always being able to put something down there.
Lucy Trump without a service ace tonight. The serve, but correct that error. There's one now.
Coming in tonight, Trump had the most aces on the team. You know, she led with 21, so just adding to that already.
Trump to Bayless. Babcock back row attack set down by Helmers. They'll try on the left with Bayless. And no way, says Najee. York was in there as well. Here's a look, Peyton.
See, they get up, they time it so perfectly with Bayless going up for the swing, and they're both there, they're both pressing, even if it really only touched one person's hands.
Almost the overpass. Free ball, traded back and forth. Middle attack nicely by Ryla Jones. 50 sets played, 115 kills for the sophomore from Oxon Hill, Maryland. Strong in the block as well, but this time flashing the offense. It's out to has it bobbled around by Notre Dame, 13-9.
It's that aggressive float serve that we see from a lot of the Pitt Panthers that are throwing the Irish a little bit off tonight.
Service ace number 4. Langer, back row. Nice save by Pizzell. Now the back row with Pitt. And Babcock sends it far. Notre Dame sticking around in set 3.
Extremely close call from the line judges on that one. Babcock trying to find that back corner. Looks like she did, but a little bit far.
Maya Baker to Bayless. The middle set up for Kelly. And a solid swing. Mauser. Overpass by Dockery, hammered down by Babcock. Not much you can do about that.
Yeah, that was inside the 10-foot line from Babcock, which is extremely difficult for any collegiate player to do, and especially against a tall blocking team like the Irish. So that was a very smart play on Babcock and an incredible kill for her as well.
Some separation for Pitt. They lead 5 in set number 3. Mauser. Top spin serve, and a good one.
Those serves come at a really intense speed. That's really hard for anybody to dig, and especially finding Evans closer to her feet, very difficult ball to dig properly.
Mauser again. It's done a little too much topspin.
Yeah, just a little short on that one.
Sydney Helmers with her team down 5. Floats one to Bayless. Mauser backs at Babcock. Finds the middle. Olivia Babcock catching fire in set 3.
Yeah, Babcock found that middle super easily and wasn't a tip either. It was a very intense swing off of her hands.
12 kills for the junior. Reigning ACC Player of the Week after 2 big nights of offensive production against FSU and number 18 Miami. Gardy almost tools the block, kept alive. They'll go back to Babcock. The deflection, the Helmers save, and Gardy again. The kill goes to Gardy as Dupes couldn't find a teammate on the pass.
Yeah, and that's really aggressive defense from both sides. That's super continuous. You know, the point kind of looked like it was over at some points, but the team stayed in it and they stayed locked in the finish to the very end.
They'll try the middle with Kelly. Kept alive by Gardy. Free ball now to the Panthers. Long pass over to Baker. Free ball now. Babcock right side, yes. Mallory Meyer. 5'7" sophomore will serve it after another intense point. Dug out by Helmers. Left side with Gardy. Bayless, the dig. Here's Babcock again. This time just too far. Pizzell gestured as if it might have clipped the corner or an Irish hand. Some brief discussion ensues. But with Pitt up 5, it looks like we'll play on in set 3. Sample to Meyer. Strong attack from Pizzell. Overpass now. From the middle with Langer. Here's Babcock, powerful attack. And what a swing for the junior.
Big swing out of Babcock, and it's really difficult sometimes depending on how you hit to swing down that line, but she does it so effortlessly, just being able to turn her hand down and move that thumb with the ball.
Pressure is on for this Notre Dame defense. Talked a lot about the block, but Helmers, Evans, they'll need everyone in the back row as well. Pizzell tools the block. And over to us. Pitt 20, Notre Dame 13. Babcock to serve. Evans, back set sample, shut down by Pizzell.
Pizzell got right up there with Lange. It was a one-on-one, and just being able to push that intense ball back over the net was exactly what the Panthers needed.
Babcock. Point Notre Dame. Gardy the serve, Notre Dame down 7. Nice dig by Mayer. Nonetheless, point Notre Dame. A lot of pressure being put on Pitt by these Gardy serves. Too strong.
Just a little long, and this deep into the set, it's going to be difficult for the Irish to come back from this deficit if they're not making their serves.
Pizzell overserved as the service aces stack up for these two teams, or the service errors, I beg your pardon, 23 in total. Lucy Trump, one of the strong servers for Notre Dame. She's got one ace. She sends it to Bayless. Bayless left side, kept alive, but too many hits for Pitt. Najee contributed. Must-win set for the Panthers. And a step in the wrong direction for Notre Dame as Pitt nears set point. They've got 23. Haiti Tautua'a. The serve for Pitt. She's got a pair of aces. Back set Najee. Hammered down right in front of Pizzell.
Najee does a great job of finding that line and just being able to shove that ball down and catch the Pitt defense on their heels.
Maya Baker serving now for Notre Dame. To the middle, dug out by Evans. Bayless can't field the pass, up by the antenna. The point goes to Notre Dame. Pitt's 24 on the board now, as they look to capture their first set of the night. Mauser to Dockery. There's Helmers. She tools the block. So with Pitt standing at set point, Helmers will serve again. Kept alive by Bayless, free ball for Notre Dame. Back set for Cordes, to the middle, handled by Pitt. Babcock, strong attack, a pair of deflections. Irish recover with Gardy. Cross-court attack, and how about that point for the Irish?
Big turning point for the Irish there. Gardy gets up, stays big, and is able to put that ball right back down in Pitt's face.
Pitt will call a timeout. They've been at set point for a couple now. Virginia Tech and Virginia coming to town. 2 wins. It was Virginia Tech, the 3-1 win, a 3-0 sweep of Virginia. And then Sunday, you've got number 8 SMU coming in here to play at 1 p.m. You can catch that on the ACC Network Extra. 2 ranked teams, and Notre Dame hanging in there and then some against ranked team number 1 in the form of Pitt, coming in at 6 in the country. Babcock sets it down for the set. Set number 1 for Pitt. Notre Dame keeps the of Bjork and Langer, as Zora discussed. Underway in set 4. Point goes to Pitt. Gardy tried to go cross court.
Yeah, Gardy tried to drop her thumb and really hit that right back position, or left back position, I'm sorry, but was just a little long.
Now to Mosher. Top spin serve dug out by Helmers. Morgan Gardy will try again. Sliding in is Mosher. Babcock, her first attack of the set, finds the line. Looks like she got a deflection as well.
Yeah, it's really going to be, since the block is really big and strong for both teams moving into this set, they're going to have to tip and tool off of each other's fingertips.
Mosher to Evans. Cordes, her first shot, she finds the corner. Anna Bjork now for Notre Dame. The middle blocker staying in the rotation to serve. Mosher, forward sets it to Babcock. A pair of deflections, the Irish save it. Gardy floats it to the middle. Mosher back to Babcock. Shut down by some Irish, recovered by Kelly. Relentless at the net, and equally relentless are the Panthers. This time Gardy takes a whack at it, floats it in the middle, and a thrilling point goes to Notre Dame.
There was so much going on there, you know. You had Panthers playing defense for themselves at the net. You know, here we see Gardy just go up and tip it over the top just to secure that point for the little rally that we had there.
Back to Bjork with the serve. Penzel to Babcock, finds the middle. Hammers down point number 3.
With Babcock, a lot of her kills are hitting at the 10-foot line or just a little before, which we don't see that from many other teams. Just really displaying her pure athleticism and just very high volleyball IQ as well, finding those open spots.
Maston the serve for the Panthers. She's got an ace tonight. Easy serve to Helmers. Gardy left side, nice dig by Maston. Babcock, talent on defense and offense for Pitt.
Again, once again, she's really being able to find those spots on the court that's open, and since she has such a high vertical, she's able to hit those cross-court inside the 10-foot line shots that might be harder for other players to do.
Maston the serve, 4-2 the Pitt lead. They'll try Gardy, floats it over the front row. Over a leaping Mosher, over a leaping Kelly. Point Notre Dame.
We've seen a lot of improvement from Pitt coming out of the first 2 sets and everything like that, but one area where they haven't been able to pick up those balls is just right over the block. So moving forwards, if they really want to see some success on converting those balls, it'll be really important to be right behind their main blockers.
The senior Harmony Sample over to Bayless. Back set for Babcock. Right at Maya Evans, the kill for the junior. Kill number 20 now for the ACC Player of the Week, Mallory Meyer. Sample goes to Langer, a bit off balance. Penzel, the kill for the Panthers.
Again, back to that donut, you know, the Irish were really getting there with the Panthers, but now it's the opposite story. Panthers are really fighting that middle in the Irish defense.
Penzel records another kill. And the deflection off the Helmers attack gives the point to Notre Dame.
High off that block for Gardy is going to be extremely successful moving forwards, especially since she has such big blocks right in front of her.
Gardy to Bayless. Mosher to Babcock. Set down by a pair of Irish. Helmers leading the way. Irish have been anticipating that right side presence by Babcock. And there you see it.
Goes up for the tip, but is just blocked by Elmers and barely missed by number 13 and 9 for the Panthers.
Pitt gets that point. on the Irish service error as Kaylee Dockery steps on for the Irish. Babcock to serve to Dockery. Najee. And she's back in action in set number 4.
She'll be a key player if the Irish want to stay strong like they have been throughout the entirety of this game so far.
7-6, the Pitt lead. Lucy Trump, the Irish serve. To Pizzell, back to Pizzell. Right down Main Street for the kill.
Perfect set from Mosier straight to Pizzell, finding that open seam in the Irish defense.
So look at this one.
Gets up and finds that seam just right where Trump and number 5 for the Irish couldn't quite get to.
Sample back set Najee, spins it off the tape. And a nifty point for Notre Dame. Eight 7, the Pitt lead. Maya Baker serving for the Fighting Irish. To Bayless. Mosier, back set for the back row for Babcock. Too much for Notre Dame, the kill. Make it 21 for Babcock.
Really tooling that block for Babcock. She's found so much success against the Irish block, so she needs to continue doing that, and that's exactly how she moved up from her low number of kills in the first set to now having 21 already.
3 career 30-plus kill games for the junior. She's got 21 in set 4. And now before the point goes to Notre Dame. A bit of a confusion. That point was initially awarded to Pitt. Looks like it will go to Notre Dame, so 9-8 stands the Panther lead. Helmers, the Fighting Irish serve. Almost overpassed, but quickly set down by Mosier.
That setter dump is technique that we see across a lot of different collegiate programs, and it's extremely efficient. You know, the defense on the other end isn't expecting that, and that was honestly such a textbook setter dump. It could not be any better than that.
Mosier, the transfer from Illinois, 43 aces in a strong year before heading to Pitt. Big Ten all-freshman team as in her first collegiate year. As Kelly steps on and gets the kill for the Panthers. A block assist it will go down as with Babcock and Kelly. High serve. Dug out by Notre Dame. Gardy tries it. And it goes off the hand of Meyer. And Notre Dame trying to keep within arm's reach in set 4. Mosier, Babcock. Babcock will try again, same set of blockers. This time she forces it through toward the feet of Anna Bjork, and the kill for the junior from LA.
There's really so much trust between Mosier and Babcock there. You know, even though Babcock was blocked the first time, Mosier's able to trust her and go back to her again to try to find that kill, which really just shows how consistent Babcock has been throughout the entirety of her career with Pitt.
Izzy Maston. A service ace on the night. Over to Evans. Strong attack, reeled in by Mosier. Babcock will take a whack at it. A trio of deflections gives point number 13 to Pitt. But in control of set 4 thus far. Serve to Evans. There goes Cordes. She tools the block.
It's a beautiful set from Maya Baker, super far off the net, but still being able to push it all the way to the right side for that perfect oppo/C set. Textbook.
Quick discussion here as Naji steps on in the substitution. Maya Baker steps off, and Harmony Sample picks up the ball to serve it, down 3. Mispassed by Mayer. And a miscue lets the ball drop right in the middle of the Pitt offense.
Yeah, that's not something you'd expect to see from a team such as number 6 Pitt. So just small little communication errors are really what is keeping either team so close to one another.
Sample serves again, this time to Bayless. Long set up for Pizzell, I beg your pardon, and she gets the kill. 11 kills now for Marina Pizzell, the freshman from Monaco. Gardy the kill after the deflection. Tools the block, Notre Dame within 2.
That deflection really slowed the ball down and pushed it towards that corner, just a little far out of the reach of Pitt defenders. So close on Bayless's part.
Gardy, top spin serve to Mayer. Babcock, shut down by the Irish. Grace Langer leading the way. 14-13. The Irish have pulled within 1 of the Panthers. Another good serve by Gardy, overpassed and caught on their heels are Pitt, and we have a tie game. On this Friday night. Gardy the serve, over to Bayless. Babcock, again with the block is Grace Langer.
A little bit of a lower set, so Babcock's swinging extremely close to that tape, and Langer's there, Langer's ready, and just gets both hands on that ball.
Block number 10 for the sophomore from Centennial, Colorado. She's 1 away from a career high in that blocking category as Babcock gears up to serve it. Helmers floats it to the middle. Mosier to Pizzell. They'll try again with Helmers. Into a pair of deflections. Pancake Meyer. Long point at play here. Irish try from the middle. And both teams just scraping by in this point. As a free ball will be set over, almost over Baston. Evans keeping this point alive. Let's see which team can set up an attack. They'll try Babcock, and finally the junior puts this one away.
We see there that the Panthers improved on their defense, being able to be right behind the block. We see Pizzell doing that, especially on the last play, where Babcock takes a kind of a further into the court approach this time and swings right for that right back corner, finding success in getting that kill.
Babcock to Evans. Back set for Nashi. She tries floating one in. Stuck out by Meyer. And a missile is sent right at Evans. And Pitt is up 2.
Mosier's doing a great job of, instead of setting that really high back row ball, also known as a pipe, she's setting those like lower ones, also known as a bick. So the Irish defense isn't ready for the middle back for the Panthers to swing at that harsh ball.
It was Blair Bayless on that last kill, and now Babcock does it all herself with the service ace. 4-0 scoring run for the Panthers. Flips the tape. Replay on. Helmers shut down by Jones. Kept alive by Notre Dame. Free ball to Meyer. Back set, back row, Babcock. Sent right back at Olivia Babcock. And finally, the free ball clips the back line and Notre Dame takes the point.
Sometimes that slow throw and or set to the back corner is what really helps teams get that extra point and get their momentum shifted towards their success.
Lucy Trump to Bayless. Mosher taps it down herself.
That's that setter dump that we were talking about earlier. It's really beautiful when executed and catches the defense off guard. It's extremely easy when you have a left-handed setter, so Mosher being able to go up and push those balls down is really crucial for the Panthers.
Gazelle over to Dockery. They almost overpass it, and the broken points gives number 20 to Pitt. You get late in set number 4. In a must-win, Pitt looking to force a set 5 in South Bend. Najee. Mosher to Bayless. The floater and the kill. Blair Bayless, the junior from Plano, Texas. Preseason all ACC. 73 kills last year, but a much bigger factor this year, as Notre Dame responds with a floater of their own.
That's that setter dump again, but this time coming from the Irish. You could see Pitt was sitting back on their heels, not ready for that. So Sample just barely pushing it over, barely any effort just to that donut was really successful for Notre Dame to shift that momentum.
Mosher over to Bayless, cross court. Rips across point number 22. Here's a look at this one, Peyton.
Set is just perfectly there, and Bayless is able to read and see that there's a little bit more space next to Evans on that side. So just trying to hit Evans a little bit off center and just get that kill for the Panthers was really important.
Some discussion between Coach Dan Fisher and the head official. But we'll play on. Whether it was about the points or the substitution, we don't know. But at any rate, IT Tutoa, the serve. Helmers will try it, smacks it down. Notre Dame staying within reach.
Great swing down the line and around that block for Helmers, especially being able to stay within the antenna on that set that was pushed very far out to the outside. But also great job on the Panthers defense for being able to cross and both being there for that ball.
That makes for a Sydney Helmers double-double, 10 kills, 11 digs. And she'll now have an opportunity with the serve. Meyer from the middle goes Kelly. Tapped over the front row by Babcock. Now to Bayless, floating it over the front row. Nice save by Baker. Mosher to Bayless. This time she finds the hardwood. 23 on the board.
Just tipping it over the block has been extremely successful for both teams. So honestly, it's really just been a battle of placing the ball in the middle that's led to much success on both ends of the court.
We've had the Gardy and the Babcock power, but equally so, it's been that finesse. 23-19 as set 4 keeps its excitement. York came in with 17 service aces. We'll go to Babcock. Nice attack, finds the back line, right down the middle. Pitt at set point, they're looking to force a set 5.
That deep swing is extremely difficult for any defender to get to, and Babcock being able to see that and see that opening is extremely crucial for the Panthers.
A Pitt set point with Maston. To Gardy. Notre Dame will try with Gardy, and she rips it down. Substitutions for both teams. Sample steps on for the Irish. Bayless in for the Panthers. The Sample serve. Kept alive by Pitt. Back row attack by Pizzell. And Notre Dame not going anywhere. Sample again. And the ace, after Pitt can't figure out who's going to dig it. Izzy Maston cues up to sub in. Bayless steps off. The freshman Maston steps on to play defense. With Sample trying to force the issue here in set 4. Over to Meyer. Mosher, they'll go to the middle. Dug out by Evans. Notre Dame is hanging in there. 24-23, timeout Pitt. It's been a 4-0 scoring run as Notre Dame refuses to go away. Let's take a look.
Here you see Helmer is going up against a 3-person block. And instead of trying to hit in the holes of the block or just trying to hit around it, she purposely finds Babcock's hand. And she swings down with her arm, just trying to push the ball off of Babcock, even though she's so far away from the outside or perimeter of the court.
Helmers with 11 kills now. She went from the back row there. As Pitt led by quite a few. And Notre Dame says, wait a minute, let's try to take this in 4. A must-win set for Pitt. Looking to force set 5, trailing 2 sets to 1. Babcock has emerged since a quiet first couple sets. 25 kills now for the junior. Bayless, we've seen a little bit more out of 2. The junior from Plano, Texas. So those 2 preseason ACC and AFCA or AVCA Player of the Year watch list players have really carried Pitt back into this match. Harmony Sample with a 4-0 scoring run for the Irish, with Pitt hanging at set point for a few now. Clips the tape, stays alive. Babcock finds the end, and Pitt hangs on to set number 4. We will go to set number 5 in South Bend. Underway, Babcock leads us off. Kept alive by Notre Dame. This time it's Gardy. Shut down. Not before Helmer sends it over. Snuck down by Morgan. Gardy overpassed.
Big overpass kill from Gardy. Very similar to one Babcock had earlier, staying within that 10-foot line. Honestly, staying within that 3-foot line, genuinely.
This crowd will be on every point. As we work our way to 15, the service error levels us out back at 1.
Especially in a set that's significantly shorter, service errors, blocking errors, hitting errors are going to mean so much more for teams. So really trying to mitigate that and stay away from those are going to be crucial for the Irish and the Panthers.
Evans, there's Gardy, pair of deflections, kept alive by Bayless. Mosher, back set for Babcock. The whistle and the Irish point, or I beg your pardon, the Pitt point. Looks like it was either caught or hit one too many times by Notre Dame. Mallory Meyer has it for the Panthers. Quickly shut down in the middle. Bree Kelly. Meyer to Gardy. Baker back set for Cordes. Spun off the tape, back onto the Notre Dame side. Now a shot from Gardy. Mosher lunges in to save it from the middle. And doing the same thing as Evans now for the Irish. Mosher. Shut down by Bjork. 50-50 ball. Swiped at by Babcock. She finds the hardwood.
Yeah, you've seen Babcock swing hard, but you've also seen her just barely tip it over, and sometimes it's those little tips on very harsh points that are going to help the Panthers continue on against the Irish.
Gardy is shut down. Kelly and this blocking effort by Pitt staying strong. They're up 4. The block needed to be a bigger part of the game for Pitt. They've been quiet on that front.
See Gardy get up there, but Babcock's hands are just a little bit higher and are pushing over the net to try to stop anything from getting through. You see kind of her left and right hands form a little mess for the ball to go into and just go right back down.
Babcock and Kelly have really been up there. And then let's look at the comparison that we really anticipated taking a close look at. You've got Olivia Babcock, the junior right side, really strong on the attack, and then you've got Morgan Gardy for Notre Dame. Here's a look at the comparison. Kills per set. It's been Babcock leading the way. As you'll notice, Babcock really does it all, especially on defense, but this is one to watch as we get late here. But for now, it'll be Mallory Meyer, 5'7" sophomore, serving in set 5. Notre Dame emerges from the huddle. They got off to a 2-0 start. As it relates to sets, in game 1 of this 2-game home set, we have quite the slate of opponents landing in South Bend. Number 6 Pitt, and it doesn't get much easier on Sunday with number 8 SMU coming to town. Baker for Gardy, dug out by Pizzell. Babcock is shut down. Point number 2 for Notre Dame.
That time there was a Panther under there to recover the ball off the block, but it was just a little bit out of system and out of reach.
Bjork. Babcock finds the back line.
We really saw the hang time on Babcock there. You know, as you can see, the ball is set. She waits, she goes up. She's in the air for a long time before she actually makes contact with that ball. She's able to read the seams with how much time she has up in the air.
The ace for Babcock, 7-2, Pitt in set 5. Anna Bjork on the block has tied her career high. But for now, it's the Pitt offense prevailing in the final set. Helmers. Cordes. Free ball from Kelly. Smacked down by May Cordes. The freshman from Carlsbad, California. Took a softball. Sample steps on for the Irish, the senior from Louisville, Texas. Dug up by Meyer. Mosher to Pizzell. The deflection and the Pitt kill. We will switch sides now in this set number 5. As Pitt has the momentum. Last one was a kill by Marina Pizzell. She's got 12 now. So as you see there, this 5th set will take us to 15 points. That must win by 2 rule remains. As Pizzell follows the kill with the serve. Gardy tries to tap it over the front row, and Kelly. Bayless to Helmers. Sample to Gardy, and she's shut down by a pair of Panthers. Bree Kelly leads the way.
Shutting down Gardy has been key for the Panthers this set.
Najee, hard ball over the Babcock. Bayless now with Evans a dig. Back row from Helmers, just a bit too far. Point with 10 now. Marina Pizzell. She's got the serve as we get late in set number 5. Set up for Najee. Strong attack, somehow kept alive by Gardy. Sets the middle with Kelly, the deflection, and the ball finds the corner as well.
Those deflections are really hard on both ends of the court, especially because a lot of them are going over the defenders' heads just because of their height.
The ace for Pizzell. 12 now. Sample, forward set for Gardy. The premature whistle gives the point to Pitt. On the brink of set point. Pizzell. Sample, Najee. Bayless free ball. Over to Helmers. They'll try Najee again. She finds the middle, and she finds the kill. Gardy topspin serve right into the net, and it's set point for Pitt. A Pitt team that trailed 2-0 earlier this evening. They're on the brink of making the comeback to do it in 5. Kelly steps off. Tautua'a steps on. Match point Pitt. Helmers. Sample. There goes Helmers. Kept alive. The whistle, the point to Pitt, and the Panthers have hung on against Notre Dame in a 5-set thriller in South Bend. What a game for us